and welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
My name is Anna
And I'm
Haid.
Fuljens.
And you're watching Building Blocks, and we're over here trying something different. We woke up trying to do the most today. And so we are over here.
You want to know the real story? Why don't you tell them the real story? No, we woke up trying to do the most.
First of all, okay, who woke up trying to do the most?
Who woke up first?
For $25 gift card.
Exactly.
But just so you know, this background is created inside of Ecamm, and we're using a green screen. So I woke up first. And then I sent Fuljens all the information. I'm like, Fuljens, let's do this.
I didn't even start my workout yet in the gym, and I'm getting a text. We have to do it this way, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna respond because what she has in mind is quite a few steps involved, and you'll see why in a minute. But then I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I get back and explain.
You came loaded.
The whole process.
But it works. So he has a bag of everything, and obviously you had the green screen, and now he has a whole thing where he's gonna. What are you gonna do with the microphone so they don't show?
Oh yeah. So let's take a few steps back, right? Now that this green screen is put up, and you'll see what we mean, like. It's not like your retractable thing. This is like a drape running across the room with some modifications, right? But I've been waiting to do green screen stuff for a while, so now that it's put up, it's not gonna come down for a minute, right? So we got from Reporter Store the green windscreen for the MKE 600, so that's gonna chroma key those things out. So that's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, so we are going to be talking, we're going to be creating live streaming graphics for sure. It's just the display is going to be a little different because we're going to be using my laptop as a camera to come in and show on live demo mode, and then we have the background. So if you have any questions, Fuljens, like he said, he's going to do a behind the scenes.
Pull back the curtains.
He's going to do a behind the scenes. But the cool thing about it is that you can have different backgrounds, and also you can create this background that you're seeing right now. It's created inside of Ecamm. So just Fuljens, just.
Yeah, this was done totally inside of Ecamm, and the only thing that was brought in was technically an Ecamm related, which is the grid. So there's a grid back there that's like contributing to the gridness. But all this was done inside of Ecamm. Let's say hello to some of the peeps. Paul is here. Hello, Paul.
When you have the green screen, you have to make sure, what's Paul said? You have to make sure that your head doesn't hit the microphones.
Exactly. Richard, good to see you here. Kimberly is here. Eric loves the zooming background. DJ right on beat.
Hello, Rob.
Basic networks and streaming. Oops. Hello.
Hola.
Good to see you all here.
Yeah, he said hola. Oh.
Yes, so that is ordered and on its way.
Yes, right? Yeah, I was like, what about this? And
What's
he's
up,
like,
Aubrey?
I'm like, what about this microphone's fault? And he's like, I already ordered a cover. And I'm like,
yep. Because once I saw these, I'm like, nah, this is not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. So
yeah,
that's gonna look really cool.
But this is looking pretty good. The only thing that I would ask for, since you're now like so excited about the setup, give me nice lighting. Just give me a nice light so that I can look, even
How
and everything.
How is Anna's lighting, everybody? Let us know.
But,
no, not to cut you off, but now that the sun is kind of like not right there anymore in that intrusive space, it's looking better now.
No, son. We need some light. We need some nice lighting for me. So
Anna, you're the lighting expert. So
yes, I will tell you what kind of light we need.
Aside from that, how is Anna's lighting, everybody? If we need to adjust
but
anything.
Everybody's can
Tatiana,
say.
hello.
But it's just like me. I want a better light.
Tatiana's popping in between grading.
Hello, Tatiana. Oh, this is a nice break between grading.
Oh, and This is Victor.
Basic network. Oh, look at you, Victor. Okay. All right, so everyone, let's show you what's up. Let's show you the other graphics.
Yes.
Appreciate this amazingness. We're gonna be right back.
And boom.
Eric, we're gonna go over all of that in a second. We're just gonna go make sure we give everybody where they came here for, which was live streaming graphics.
Yeah, and then we'll pull back the curtain.
Yeah, yeah, and we all know, right? We all know that what we need, there are different scenes that we need, but typically the scenes that are most common to use on live streaming are your waiting screen, your solo screen. We use comment screen because in the comment screen we don't have lower third, so we just use the comment as, right, the space as the lower third for the comments, and then we have the closing screen. Right? If you have a guest, then you can create a scene for the guest. But typically, I want to say the majority of the fam just goes solo. So we're gonna just create a solo screen. So what you see right here is everything again created inside of Ecamm. We're using beta, and it's B3, and the latest beta, and we are using the background right here. So it's gonna zoom in. I'm not using a stream deck right now.
It's all good. It's working all the same.
Okay, well, kind of. Let's peel off. All right, so right here is the shape overlay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And so.
And just let you know, it looks great full screen like that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. This
It does look great.
Non-demo mode.
Okay, because I'm looking at this one.
Right.
Okay. I gotta get used to the situation. Look at this. So anyway, so that is where we will go to create the screen. So we're just gonna show you. We're gonna create a new screen. This is a peel back. I'm gonna go black and real quick right here. Come here. With a grid. Okay, and then in here is the the gradient that was actually. I'm just gonna hide this one real quick, and we're just gonna create. So right here, so to create the gradient, we just because I had already created it came up as default. But this is what I did. So for you, it will come up as just one color, right? And then you just go in here. And just go to gradient. It shows? Okay, I'll just show it. And in here you select the colors. I have pink and I have black. So you just go and create it there. If you want motion, then you can go to motion and then you will have the motion there. You could also change the color of the motion background to whatever you will like it to be. If it shows. Okay, and then now we'll just add, because this is a waiting screen, we're gonna name it, and we're just gonna say, because I already have one, we're gonna do waiting screen. And then now we just add text. So we just starting soon. Starting soon. You can change the color of partial. And because, what color would it be? Purple? Purple, maybe. Right, and you can get as fancy as you want to get. So if you want to add some shapes, you again will go to the shape overlay down here, and you can change to the shape to circles, for example. And you change the color here as well. So for this one, I'm just gonna leave it a solid color. And then you can do whatever you want in here. Just get fancy. Fuljens, you said you were gonna give me tips.
Oh no, if something comes, but just gotta let you cook first. Just let you get warmed up. Do your thing.
Soon.
I just wanted to point out that this, the motion shape, adding the motion gradient feature to the shapes, that is one of my current favorite features right now, next to the drop shadow. I think, but my number one favorite feature right now is drop shadow because I've been drop shadowing everything. I drop shadow everything and just finding different use cases and different ways to manipulate the drop shadow to create really cool effects.
Okay, so I just added the circles here, and as you can see, creating waiting screen inside of Ecamm is incredibly easy now because we have the beta. I mean, this is so easy. We can continue to make circles if you wanted to make circles and make them smaller. Just doing change the colors if you wanted to change the color.
I'm getting flashbacks of a previous episode of Building Blocks.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna do purple for you.
And I'm keeping quiet.
No, you said you were gonna help out. So
let me do this. Yes, I totally agree with Eric. Ooh, so that means that the comments, yes, will come up right here without interference. Nice.
what are we doing?
Say again?
What are you saying?
No, just pulling up
What's Eric
comments.
saying?
The different size circles give depth. Nice, he says.
So anyway, so this is simple, right? And if you wanted to add a shadow, for example, to starting, you could potentially just have these two being set to separate texts. So let's see what happens. Yeah, actually, I will have to have two separate texts to be able to add shadow to just starting, if I wanted to do it. If I wanted to do just starting.
Yeah.
Because then it will. And this is a feature request that I have, actually. I'm just going to take soon out and then save. And soon.
And then I'm gonna need you to translate for G. Albert a little bit later on. But I echo Arts. Always appreciate the level of creative content Ecamm provides. I was debating on Wirecast, but was turned off by how little content there is on workflows.
Aw, thank you. Okay, and I'm gonna do this purple. Nah. Give me. We're gonna get funky.
Can't wait to get these windscreens, the green windscreens.
We're gonna get funky. Okay, so you can get as fancy as you want, and you can change the angle of the shadow. You can manipulate the distance of the shadow here. Let's do black. That's it. So waiting screen right here, starting soon, and then the only thing that you have to do is add the timer. And the timer is as easy as just clicking the timer. And let's add 10 minutes because why not? Starting soon, 10 minutes. Do you have a placement for the time?
In there looks good, but I also make a suggestion. The starting, right? I love the purple on that stuff, but the starting could probably use a drop shadow. And
Because
you can also
you're adding
lower
drop shadow and everything?
Well, you'll see why in a second, right? See how it just pops out? It just, I just love it. I love it. And if you want, you can lower the opacity on it too, because I think it's defaulted to what, 75? Yeah. So the default shadow it's defaulted to show 75 opacity, so you can lower it.
Wait, where do you see the 75?
In your crayons.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's defaulted to, and you could actually lower it. Yep. I love it. I love how it just pops out.
Was it black? What's black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. There it is.
Yeah, and I think the timer looked good actually.
Awesome.
In the circle, yeah, that's cool too.
Same color, same font.
Yeah, like you could do showcase the latest feature, where you can just apply the style. So cancel out of here, and then Command C soon. Right.
Oh, right, but I was trying to change the font.
Oh, to something else.
It,
Oh, so it could be like a fix.
Yeah, or just to make it a little bit
It's not
skinnier.
jumping too much too. Like it looks good.
It's not
I
even
like that.
Just to make it a little bit skinnier, maybe.
Yeah, and Tatiana agrees. Starting did need more contrast. It looks really good like that with the pop out.
Yes. Okay.
You did it manually, like the clicking instead of
Just
different
to
ways.
show it, yeah,
Different
just to show
ways.
different ways. Okay, so that is a waiting screen that is just very simple. You can go more. You can add triangles, different shapes. You can add emojis. You can add little what are these brackets? These, right? Like something like that.
Little-
and now
little
with
shapes. And
the line height, so the line height,
yeah,
you can just make it
bring
a little
everything
bit.
closer together.
Yeah. Let's
So
see.
dope.
You can do something like this and then just like maybe put it there.
Yep, love it.
So however you want to do it is it's nice. It's easy with Ecamm.
I love it.
Free graphics inside of Ecamm, everybody. I'm just
You could
going
even
to
like lower the opacity on that a bit if you want to. I kind of liked it of the line
like
break.
it too?
The line break looks good,
okay.
right? And you can
But
lower
it's
the
just, isn't it too big? I think there a little bit
yeah,
better.
yeah.
And then lower the opacity. You said?
If you want to, but also it kind of the way at 100 it complements the soon, right?
Gotcha.
But
So then leave it.
Yeah, you know. And then also if you want to, this can be
The microphone looks like a. Okay, go.
if you want to, this can be a veil, actually. If you lower the opacity on the rectangle and you could be behind it, right? So there's you have different ways you can use this waiting screen, this
Okay.
countdown screen.
We right now have the grid.
So
but-
many awesome updates and features with the new release, yes. Victor says, I add ninjas. I like ninjas.
We like ninjas too. We like ninjas too. So anyway, that is a waiting screen right now that
Nice.
we just created. And
Very
now,
nice.
if we do if we go to the solo, what we do we have any questions about that? You got them all.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Just feedback. Don
This-
Davis, hello.
This is a disrespectful FaceTime camera because I don't have the tiny tube.
It looked better than my Intel FaceTime camera.
So here, because I have green screen, it's like this. But if we go to camera effects and we take off the green screen, you can see the green screen here, right?
Yeah.
And how it is. This is a sneak peek for you. But I'm gonna go back. But this is gonna be a solo scene, right? So you can manipulate your camera however you want to. You can do a custom shape, which is what I have, so I can stretch whatever, however I want to. You can do classic, which is 4x3, or you can do a square, which will be also, it will be circle. Circle, I cropped it a little bit. You see how? You see it?
Yeah.
What I was telling you, when you go from one shape to the other, it doesn't.
Oh, I see. I keep not paying attention.
Yes, you
Can
don't. You're not paying attention.
Command Z. Command Z. Let me
I
see.
would just go back to. Wait a second. I just go back to.
Okay. So right now you're just 16:9 with a crop.
Before I had a custom. Before it was custom, so it's not even going back to custom.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna go to circle.
Your crop is there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
But the other way, okay, we'll leave it like that, right? Okay, so you can do however you want to do in your camera, but for us, right now we're just gonna leave it as custom. So you can change it however you want to. And in your camera over there, you have different. This is. A lot of you already know how to do this, but this is for the basic ones. So we can do border, and then we can change the color of the border here to whatever color we want. We also can have a gradient, or we could have motion. And the motion will look better when you have a lot of contrast so that you can see it better. So I'm going to do black and white, or
It just dawned on me just now that with motion gradient, you can actually lower the opacity on one and keep one full. I wasn't even thinking about that until I just saw the little slash that indicates
you see
the
how you
opacity is
see
lower.
things of when you're not designing, right?
Right,
Because
yeah.
you have like you right.
That's true.
So
That's true.
Go ahead and lower it. Grab my mouse.
Huh?
Grab my mouse.
No. You're doing. You're getting warmed up. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. Eric says, I rubbed my iPhone screen to get rid of the dark lines, aka our mics.
Right? That's what I was saying. Like, it looks like it has a little something there.
And I was like, oh, should I add the green thing here? But it's gonna mess it up. But the windscreens when they come in, that's gonna be pretty cool.
So anyway, so this is your solo screen, however you want to have it. If you're by yourself, you can make the camera bigger if you wanted to, and then again, you can add shapes to it because now we have it. I love circles, but we can do triangles. So we can actually have like say like little things like this. So let me just name this here camera triangle. I mean rectangle. And then I'm just going to lower it. Is this the one? Yep, okay. I'm just going to put it under the camera. So you can do cute things like that. Obviously, you guys can do something different, and Fuljens will probably do it another way, but this is something that, right?
The more different ways, the better. The
now
better.
We can change, we can change it to a circle. And then we can put the circle under the camera if we wanted to. Right? There we go. Change that to... whatever color.
Spatia, hello. Good to see you.
Okay, so this is the quickest things that you can do. This is so colorful. And then we do the Be Right Back screen. And the Be Right Back screen, it's very like sometimes we don't think about these, but I use Be Right Back screens a lot, especially having children. And my kids will come to the kitchen when I am doing my live streams, and then it's not a good thing and I have to go. So I just say, actually, I'll be right back, and put the screen Be Right Back, mute it, and off I go to yell at them, and then I come back.
Like, for example, let's say this was a Be Right Back.
So Be Right Back is just Be Right Back. So we can just command N to bring the text, and we say we simple like that. And then you can add whatever if you wanted to. Otherwise, Be Right Back.
It'd be funny if you had like the little beach ball, spinning beach ball thing, the Mac spinning beach ball. But if it was like a GIF, see if I can find
Look for it.
Let me see.
Beach ball.
It just stays spinning like there's something wrong with the.
Okay, we don't have one here. That's interesting.
The right.
The emoji.
Yeah, I don't think it's an emoji, which is interesting.
Apple is like, this is proprietary. Okay, but that is, yeah. Well, Fuljens fine. Say, Be Right Back in.
That'll suck if they don't have it on Giphy.
In dots. And we can do a clock. So, emoji keyboard.
You know, I don't know. I don't think I can find it. But that reminds me, we had that's a good compromise. That reminds me, we had a question for the chat, right? Mm-hmm. Which was, who can tell us how to change our desktop photo to a photo that we want to change it to? Because Googling it did not help. Googling did not help.
So I'm over here playing around with the blend
Oh, that's
modes,
cool.
right? So to see what we can get. I think screen will just this. Yeah, let's go back to. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I kind of liked. What was it before?
linear burn?
The burn. Yeah, the burn looks good.
Okay, we'll leave it there. And then let's see what you're gonna do.
No. I'm just searching for another keyword here.
it's not gonna show up
That
because
sucks.
of the linear burn.
I really can't find that thing. Interesting.
Be
Maybe
right
Canva
back.
has it.
Okay, be right back. Be right back. So that is that, right?
That looks good.
Simple, free. So sim catchers. What we mean is, okay. So Fuljens, you can explain it better. Well,
So you see how Anna's desktop background is the blue swirly background, right? Of course, when you go to change your desktop background, Apple provides you with like all the built-in dynamic displays and stuff. But what if we just want to change it to our custom photo, right? That we just have a photo in our folder and we want to change the background using that photo.
so here's the thing. Okay, let's go to. Can we go
kinda
to the main screen because I don't have it. Okay, so here's the story behind that. So when I sent Fuljens
You sent me on my assignment.
when I sent Fuljens on his assignment to make the vision come true, I said, Fuljens, I just want to have a grid in the background that we go into design to signify that we are building blocking it, right? And so he said, we need to do all of this that he's gonna show you in a little bit. But then when we did it, my vision was still there. So this is what I wanted to have happen. I'm gonna borrow the mouse. I want it to be like this, right? So I wanted to have the grid and then be designing on it. And you guys can just see it and we're small. But then Fuljens said, wait, if we do it that way, you won't be able to show live demo mode. And if you do,
Like-
it's going
like
to be
this.
really small.
Right.
So that's why then we went to this way. So Fuljens says, if you wanted to have the entire screen be the grid, you have to change your wallpaper so that it can be that way. So we went to change the wallpaper and we're going to do it.
Can't find out.
We're gonna find how
for
to
the life
change
of
it.
us how to change the wallpaper.
And we
To-
went
to
to
the grid.
settings. We went to settings. We went to wallpaper, and then we started looking to how to add a new wallpaper, and it wasn't there. And I think it said go to photos, and then we don't have it there, so we have to move it to photos.
It's a mystery.
So that's where
Because
you all come in.
how often do we think about that? Well, I know I could count one person who I saw recently who changed the wallpaper was JP High Tech when he showed his studio display in the Ecamm Live community and it was just all photos of him.
Right.
That's the only time, unless it was a screensaver. That's the only time I saw somebody change their wallpaper.
Yeah, I used to have photo albums and like a
Right
that
click
I
on
could
photo,
change
set
it.
desktop photo.
Can you? Oh my gosh! If it's that easy.
But the thing is, for
Let's
example,
double
when we
click.
were in the folder, and you just look up the folder, right? So for example, right there, maybe there's an
What, so
option to
it's-
do it from up there, but if you
click
right
it
click it,
here.
I didn't see that option there.
Set desktop picture.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But then it's not. It
But why is
doesn't
it not
take it
doing
because
that?
we did that and it did it like that. But then it didn't take this. It didn't change it.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. So we actually did this, and this is what he did. Can I do Command C? Nope. It didn't do it.
Something got deleted.
Okay. Well.
Anyway, further testing.
Yeah.
Further testing.
Yes. So
Maybe
now
it's
we.
because while we're in Ecamm and it can't do it or something like that, but we're not gonna mess around. We'll play around with it later.
So we created the waiting screen. We create
was your
that was me
original.
before original. So but you already saw how this could be created. And this is the one that we created
Nice.
here. That's pretty nice, awesome. And then this is a solo screen that you can create and you can get fancier than this, but you have the idea. There are rectangles, there are circles, there are squares, there are emojis that you can bring to the screen.
And you can rotate the shapes as well. Like, just real quick, just come back here. Like what's behind me, right? There's a rectangle, but we have it rotated on a slant, right? So you can do the stuff like that also.
You can do sticky notes. You can rotate, like Fuljens was saying, because this is all about building blocks. I'm
Building
trying
the
to
blocks.
create a building blocks. The building blocks.
Building the blocks.
The building blocks, like, so if a grid was behind it, it would look really cool. But anyway, And for who was here earlier, hopefully you're still that he liked Ecamm. What was his name? So if you're still here,
I believe. Hold on, sorry. I think it was. And I just want to make sure. Yeah, I Echo Arts, and who also asked what version of Ecamm we're running. We are on the latest and greatest Ecamm Live Beta 4.1, and right now this is the third build of the 4.1. So they keep building it until it gets to the real 4.1, but this third build is insane. It's insane what you can do in this third build.
and incredible. I mean, the things that we used to do before to get this shapes to behave, so it took us longer. It took us about 10 minutes maybe to make a shape, and now you just click and it's right there, and more shapes are coming.
More shapes.
But anyway, so if you have a green screen and you don't have a background that you haven't created, you can go to camera effects, and then in there you can just click this button right here, green screen. Oof. And look at, you can put yourself in the circle. And you can crop, right? You can crop if you wanted to, just make it a little bit more, right? You can do that. Or you can also go back here. You can also, there are some pre-selected backgrounds. So if you feel, where is it? Oh, no. This is the beach. Okay, so let me go back too, because it didn't do it. So let's go back. Take this off. And then, why does it keep going there? Why isn't my beach?
Trying to put Anna and Fuljens out of a YouTube channel. We're gonna go take us to Hollywood. This used to be, if you didn't know how to manipulate the text to create just that shape alone, just that rectangle.
It was insane.
It was some workarounds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now, after all the hard workaround, we have the shapes.
That's it.
What is it that you're trying to do with the?
I was trying to get the built-in backgrounds.
You have to stay on the green screen, and then now click on the camera effects, and then click on green screen, and then unclick transparent down there under fade level.
That's what it was.
And then there you go.
That's what it was. The little click.
Unclick.
It was a little click. So if you want to be transparent, like we were before, you click the transparent, and then that's what it was.
And then shout out to Jim Carroll, who is the green screen wizard or magician or whatever. The green screen Gandalf. There you go. He's the green screen Gandalf of Ecamm. I remember before, we were just playing around. We're doing green screen, right? But we're doing it just as the background, right? And then he went, I believe it was a post in the Ecamm Live beta group where he clicked on the transparent thing and made the cutout, But before, I didn't see anybody in Ecamm do that. But we're used to seeing that on Twitch and all that stuff like that. And then once he did that, I was like, that was it. The green screen monster in me was awakened. That was during COVID, yeah.
So today is the other green monster?
It's back because I had so much fun with green screen. It's just been a minute, So now that it's up, and you'll see why at the end of why it's just a hassle. At least in this setting where it's the two of us and we have a wide shot. You can't just use the little retractable pop-up thing back there. We got some curtain stuff going on.
So anyway, so you already have some to built-in graphics, and you can bring your own as you saw earlier. You just click there, and then it will just bring your own background that you designed, or you can bring it from Canva, or you can design it inside of Ecamm, just like we did here. So that's your solo scene. So let's say you just want to do, let's make it. Or here you want to do some low withers, which is it's so nice to do right now. So easy to do now. You just click on the rectangle and you already have your shape.
Spazia, yes, you can blur your green screen background inside of Ecamm. There is a blur background ticker as well in the camera effects.
You want to go back there again?
You can just go into your camera effects. And right there underneath, underneath transparent, there's a blur background option there. So if Anna was using maybe like another background to showcase it.
Bricks?
Yep, so there you go. You see the blur there, right? So you could just adjust the blur using that slider there.
So this is no blur. And this is blur.
Yeah. Yep, just like so.
And right up here is my background. So if I just crop it more, it will be cleaner.
It's just gonna cut your head a little
I know, but I'm just like for him to see. Or do the circle.
You lower your laptop a little bit, so the fan doesn't show and stuff. So that'll be it.
So, okay, so we're about to leave it like this. And so, anyway, so lower thirds, everyone, you've seen us creating all of this. I'm speeding up here so we can show you the green screen. But it's easy like this. Some people actually just like having it without shapes. So you can do that as well. Or others just like having text. So let's say... we can do it like this. So building blocks, I am actually going to do building blocks lowercase. This blocks lowercase. So that you can see. So it could be something simple like this. And another thing that took us a while to do before, if we wanted to create circles, if we wanted to have it here, and that's another feature that was added on B3, that you can make the shapes now even smaller. So before, when we had to create little squares to make the shapes to what is it, elements, to make elements, it was really, really hard to do. Let me lock this thing. So now it's so easy because look, you can just go like this, and let's say we want to change the color to the purple. You can even make it smaller. I'm not gonna make it smaller yet because it's hard to bring it back if you wanted to, but
that might be the point of no return,
right? And so because right, so I'm just gonna create a folder that has squares in it, and then I'm just gonna bring the squares here, and I'm going to duplicate them. 2, 3, come on.
Samuel, hello.
And then from there, we can just move it down. Black cue. Come on, you see? So this is, okay, this is the one thing. Fuljens, give me a trick.
Do a shift and nudge. So it could jump 5 spaces. Instead of like dragging it.
Yeah, but it's
click on it. Click on the one that you want to move, and then hold down shift and just nudge it down. So it'll move that way instead of trying to drag it.
All right, so I'm clicking here.
It doesn't need the hand. No, in the window itself, the program window itself. Yeah, click on the square. Click on the square. Stay there. Now shift, press down. You're gonna see it start moving down. There you go.
Pro tip.
That is the pro tip. Yes. When dealing with tiny overlays like that, nudge it with your arrow keys and not with the mouse itself, because the mouse is not going to catch it.
I'm going to do this white. I'm going to do this white, and then we're going to do the paste situation. So I'm going to copy.
And there's 2 ways you can do it. Anna is doing it like that, right-clicking and go with paste settings, or you could do Option Command V.
A simply cute lower third, but you can go more elaborate and just add more rectangles if you wanted to behind it, and or watch all of the hundreds of tutorials that we have creating lower thirds. But this is the solo scene.
Yeah. And then now just before you even get out the solo scene, there's different ways you can use a solo scene, right? You can have it like this with a background, and you bring yourself as a camera overlay, or you could just keep the lower third and make yourself full screen, right? So you have different options now that the lower third is created.
I'm just gonna create a folder that says rectangles. Okay. Which one is this one? This one is the lower third, so even without the rectangle.
Now I'm like, I want to like go back to like an actual demo mode and compare the resolution of demo mode versus this because this is looking really good. I know if somebody's watching this on a desktop, you know, it's just gonna look really good. I have to go back and see what it looks like on the phone too, but yeah, because we're bringing in the MacBook into at least Anna's MacBook, the M1. This one has a HDMI out input there, so we have the HDMI there, and then have the cam link coming into the Mac Studio, so that comes in as a camera overlay in 4K. It looks good.
Yep. Okay, for this time, you're done? I mean, are you ready?
No, so what I would suggest, right? So you can repurpose this this design by duplicating the scene, right? And then this will be a solo option B where you can just hide the background, hide the overlays, and go full screen camera and just leave the lower third.
Wait, oh. Okay, go by me again.
So now we're going to
I'm gonna hide
the background, hide the camera, hide all that good stuff, leaving the lower third, hide that circle, and then all those shapes except for the lower third shapes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then we just Command L.
Oh no, that's a camera rectangle.
Okay, it's not working. Do it the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way. Okay, so
maybe double click on that camera again. There you go. Like that. That looks good too. So those are different options that you have. If you don't feel like going full screen, you go back to
look like in FaceTime
camera overlay. Over here, I just like how it looks on the on YouTube channel. It looks a little bit better than looking at it directly. Looking at it directly is kind of traumatizing. The honest designing facial expressions.
What? Sorry. Okay, so yes.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so be right back. And this is an emoji that we added. And this is the solo.
You know, let me see something. No, go ahead.
This is the solo BA. I mean, this is the waiting screen.
I love the waiting screen.
This is the other waiting screen with motion background. Right? Now the closing screen could be whatever you want. We typically have us behind the scenes. So we can add us behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Okay. So I'm just going to lower the opacity here. And then we do give me what I should say, Fuljens.
Thanks for joining. See you next week. Oh, Paul sent one. Thank you, Paul.
Oh, what?
beach ball thingy. So let me see.
Oh.
I'm just gonna open it up and
Pull the savior.
Let's see if that works. Yes.
See, I just want to double click and I want it to take me to the text. That's what I want to do.
That might do it. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
And then a little laugh.
While you're doing that, I can like actually...
I was thinking, no, thanks for joining us. Bye. It's a hand.
I'm going to test out the spinning ball in the meantime. Oh, yes. Yes, that's awesome. That actually works. I'll airdrop it to you later. It's pretty cool.
That looks like a slap, but it's not. It's a hello. And you can assign animations. So this one is coming from the top.
Thanks for
joining us from the bottom.
And the slap from the right.
From the right. All right, and now we see. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hey.
Let me airdrop this to you.
Hey.
Right?
Nice. Oh, they're looking like a whole lollipop. But so nice. Okay.
The drop shadow fiend in me just wants to see what it looks like with the drop shadow, please. Not bad, not bad.
Do you want colors?
No, actually, it'll be black, but you could lower the opacity. Those look cool too, but you know, when we usually get the beach ball spinning, the beach ball doesn't have anything around it. It's just the
but this
ball.
is
that
the
looks
big
nice.
right back.
That looks nice.
Okay, so leave the blue.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Leave the blue.
And then what if that opacity is set to 75? Is it set to default or is it 100?
It was a 100. It was. Now this
bring your colors up a little bit because it's right behind us. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yes.
It's behind us. Look, it's behind us.
I know.
It's behind
pretty
us.
cool.
We
have a crayon background.
Because I'm not even looking at that. I'm just over here like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm such a nerd.
It's nerd moments. We have a
a nerd
question
moment.
from Kimberly.
Okay.
Can you add motion to the lower third, flying in, for example?
Okay, so we're gonna going back to this leather.
Mm-hmm.
Add motion to it, so to the background or an animation.
Like flying in.
Flying, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements that we'll have to.
Oh yeah, that's true. But you can do it.
Flying in. Yes. Yeah. So there you go. Mm-hmm. But you know what I appreciate also as in 4.1 that the transition option is in that panel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at least that eliminates going into the text overlay panel to add the transition of flying in. Thank you, Ken and Glenn.
Okay, there it is, and then now the other one. What did I do? What did I do? Was it to the right?
Flying from the left.
Left.
Mm-hmm. Boom, boom. And then.
Let's see something like that. Okay, that. And then you have to animate the three, which we just animate one and then copy and paste.
That's what I was thinking internally a few minutes ago. When it copies and pastes a style, right? Let's say you just wanted to copy and paste a transition, and it's probably gonna paste everything over, right? So let's say you had one a different color. That's what I fear. So just do it manually.
But it's okay. Is it from the left? Okay.
Flying from the left, yeah. Nice.
Okay, so then
that
what we
did
do...
a pretty cool, that had a pretty cool effect there just now.
Because it was white and then it's under.
That's
But
dope.
we could do so everything can come on this at the same time. We can add the squares to the rectangle folder. Let's see. It should. Wait. So we gotta now do the...
Everything under.
Okay.
So
And the
that
text.
folder will just be like a lower third folder altogether.
Building blocks. Okay. So the building blocks is not
That
animated.
kind of actually looks cool the way you did it. Like the building blocks is static and everything kind of flies in the way it comes in.
Well, so we
If it does indeed come in that way,
But then the other...
but then it won't. It won't. Yeah, it doesn't.
yeah.
Because you would have to.
We have
you
to put everything in the same folder.
And you would have to manually time it, I guess, right? Because if let's say you cut back to one scene, just come back into the scene so we can see what it looks like.
What's that?
Leave the scene and come back into it so we can see the animation. Right, so building blocks doesn't fly in. Yeah.
So to make it fly in, we just
But what I was saying, like, it was cool that how building blocks turned on and then the shapes flew in. But we can't do that. You have to do it manually, like with a Stream Deck or something. Yeah.
until
Because it's not timed.
until
Yeah, if we have like some type of timed overlays
Yeah.
feature.
which
will be
has
dope.
been submitted.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go, Kimberly. Yes. All right. So as we were, where were we? So G Albert, Command L just brings the camera in.
Yes. So for example, if you do Shift Command B, you're on a blank screen and you want to switch to camera, you do Command L. And if you want, just go to your Ecamm main menu and you'll see those hotkeys, shortcuts right next to each command. What was it?
Yeah.
I love the
That's
beach. I love
great.
the beach ball.
That's great. And then closing.
The beach ball is the highlight.
Yes.
And then I can see you. Yeah, I can see you behind there. Yeah.
A little bit. All right, so we promised that we were gonna do this behind the scenes situation. So Fuljens, take it away.
Let's come back here.
The evil beach ball.
The evil beach ball.
Can you add motion to the lower third? Okay, we already
Yeah, we
did
covered that. And then Paul sharing the list of Ecamm shortcuts for the fam. All right, let's.
I Echo
Peel back
Arts
the
just
curtain.
downloaded the beta.
Yes.
Have fun. Oh my gosh, have fun.
Nice. All right, cool. So before we let's just show you a little some fun stuff here. This background is created entirely inside the Ecamm, just like we just showed you on the other Ecamm. We hide our logo here, and then we hide our camera here. So we're just gonna peel back some of these things, right?
I can close this, yes.
Yeah, you can close that if you want to. So we have some dots here. These are text overlay. Oh, everything is in there. But we have text overlay dots up here in the upper right corner, right? We have 3 layers of that. And then we have the circle. And then we have the rectangle on a rotation. And then we have some funky scrolling ticker back there. You got the nerd emoji back there. We applied a blend to the nerd emoji. And then there's a filter going over the shapes that are scrolling tickering in the background.
And then I got my grid.
Yes. which is hiding behind a motion background, right? And then you can see the filter effect going on there. But yo, play around with the filters and the scrolling tickers and the drop shadow. You're gonna have just amazing creations, right? Because before we did, remember when we had Paul here, and then hold on, let's see. I think we still have it, right? This is something that we had to bring in from Envato Elements, right?
Yep.
But look at this. Look how we're just creating all this awesomeness inside of Ecamm, right?
Yeah.
Save your money. Save your money. Invest in 4.1 and save your money.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just if you have Ecamm Live, you can create free graphics. You have your free graphics. You don't have to worry about going to an additional platform to bring the graphics in, unless you're looking for something specific that will take a lot of steps to do inside of Ecamm.
Shoot, that light was there in the shot. Well, it wasn't showing in green screen, but now when we took it out, as you can see.
Get up!
Listen, this is like, there's a tripod there. There's a tripod over here, and the drape is going across with the clamps. However, it wasn't enough because, as you can see, there's the door entrance there, right? So that was in the shot. So we kind of draped the green screen. Thankfully, I put up these curtain rods above the door there. So I draped it across and clamped it there. And I have curtains over there, and I draped it across and clamped it over there because we still had space there. That's how wide our shot is. And then we have a newer, what newer do you have, this light here?
Oh my gosh, I forgot that.
Yeah, but it's a newer light, and there's a soft box and everything like that, so that's pointing towards the green screen to give some lighting back there. Yeah.
Yeah, so
and then it came out pretty good.
This is pretty good, and Fuljens over here says that he's not going back.
For a while. I'm not taking this thing down for a minute.
So let's see what happens on ENN this Sunday, because you remember we're going to have ENN this Sunday, because there will be no ENN on Monday. So let's see what kind of nudesy studio entertainment. Newsy entertainment
type of background that we can create inside the Ecamm for ENN.
Or we can just bring another one that's been created.
You can.
Like that orange and white one that we've been trying to do.
We can. You know, I want to share this. I want to share this with the fam. So this is what I had designed earlier. Boom. Do you like it?
Yeah. You know what's distracting me? The microphones, real quick.
Oh, the microphones
are distracting me.
The sooner it ships to us, the better, because this is going to be taken care of. But it's so funny, like how it bothers you now versus is like
because before you have we have the background and it just kind of blends in a way because the background is dark. Now the background is light. Yeah. And so it's against that.
Yeah.
But and before I mentioned it to you, I'm like, how come we used to do it?
Right. But this is news inspired, right? So there's the New York City background.
I gotta open the laptop to be looking like news and all of that great stuff. Okay.
This looks cool too, but then you add the motion veil over it, which is pretty cool. And then also there's a blur filter. So you notice I added a blur to it. Hold on, let's take off the. Right, so this is the background, then the motion blur, and then the
Tonight,
veil.
We will be.
I love it. Yeah. And then this is the scrolling ticker back there.
The city looks a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Although, like if it was a city, it really will not look like that.
Yeah, but this is just to replicate kind of like the LED backgrounds the news have, right? So I think this one kind of worked well with our framing. This looks pretty good. It works.
How are you doing today, Fuljens?
I'm doing very well.
What's the weather like this weekend?
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about that.
We can do like a weather
we can.
graphic back there.
We can. Remember that one time that we did the exercise one when we were doing Zoom?
We did a Zoom video. Yeah.
And it was like that. So what's the weather looking like this weekend?
And you know what's cool about that is that, for example, let's say one of us reports the weather, so we'll just like crop one of us and then kind of like so we could give prominent showcase to
Yeah.
the weather
People
graphic
say
back
that you look like a
I'll do
weatherman,
it.
so you will do it.
We used to report the weather. We used to report the weather on ENN. We used to report the weather in Amesbury, in Honolulu, and then here in New York.
Yeah,
And then when
and
I was in
DR, we
Jersey,
did
in New
DR,
Jersey
yeah.
also.
Yeah, fun stuff that we can do with this green screen
Oh
situation.
man, yeah. So this something like this.
The Tonight Show starting. The Tonight Show.
Wait.
It's gonna be on Sunday.
I think this needs to be addressed. So the comments keep shrinking for some reason.
So
I
the
have to test that out some more.
Letterman top 10. Yes, Don Davis.
Exactly. There's so much stuff. We could have so much fun with this, and I can see why. Like, we get so much content from Brian and Martin,
Right.
with their green screen stuff.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have this much fun with green screen when I was using it back in the day for I would just use it like kind of like to change the background and everything, but not build the background. It's just I'm just bringing in the motion background.
Yeah.
Right. So this is really cool. Like it just opens up so many opportunities.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's fun to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I will definitely figure it out. Look at my screen now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see this. Okay. There it is.
Wait a second. Let's see the situation.
There it is.
So,
And I think
so that's as far as it goes because
right.
Okay, it's as far as it goes. So you will have to figure this out, my love, because I do want to have it that way, though. I want to have it so that we are.
I think that the masking is pretty good. I see on this edge here that there needs to be a custom crop. Hold on, let me clean that while we're full screen.
Right.
Hold on a second here. Now that we have like it on a white background, it's easier to identify where we need to do custom crop.
Why doesn't it want to go in live demo mode first? Oh, because I'm not.
Boom,
I'm
look
not.
at that.
I can't go in live demo. Yeah, but that's not what I wanted though. That's not what I wanted. Can you go in live demo mode? Let me see something, please.
So this is not what you had in mind.
No.
Interesting.
No, that's not what I had in mind.
Live demo mode. So we'll just wait for it to register on this end.
Yeah. Let me see something because but at the same time,
because going into demo mode on this Ecamm kind of defeats the purpose.
that's
right?
what
Because
I was
we're
saying.
not gonna be like, look at that.
That's what I was saying. That was like we didn't need to have it.
I'm waiting to see
wait.
for it to switch over. It's
Go
gonna take
to
a little.
green
What happened to
screen,
my
transparent.
low latency?
Go back on.
Let me refresh.
Wait, what was?
Just waiting for it to the demo. There it is, right? So this is what it looks like right now on this end.
What?
This is what it looks like.
That's not what I wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted.
Right. But I believe that what we're seeing now out of demo mode looks really good. Only thing I'm noticing on my end is that the camera that's being brought in your desktop grid is showing a little yellow for some reason. But I'm gonna wait for it to register on YouTube to see if I see that little yellow or this off-whiteness going on. Yep, I see it there.
Okay, so let me borrow the other thing. Right. What I wanted was this. This is what I wanted.
I am so confused because what is the difference between this and this?
Okay, let's see this. Let's see in here. Let's just see what
I
happens.
am so confused.
Wait
This
a
is
second.
exactly the same
Okay.
thing.
Wait, it is not. Wait a second. Let's see.
Yeah.
How is that the same?
Versus.
How is it better? How we had it? Hot like that. It's not the same.
What's not the same though?
This Look it, that is not the same. Like it doesn't have the Ecamm in there as a camera. All I want is us and the grid.
Right. But my thing is, how are you gonna show the audience that how are you gonna show the audience the Ecamm panels and stuff like that?
But that's fine. That is fine.
Because
I'm saying for myself, if I wanted to do something, I want it this way for me,
Right.
for doing whatever else.
Yeah.
Right.
But for demoing, it's
for demoing,
For
that's,
demoing, it's this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so we're on
I
the same
wanted
page.
this. I wanted this. So if we're just showing something, if we just doing a lower third, and we don't have to show behind the scenes, this look cool.
Right. But the thing is, you're gonna be designing it out of demo mode because putting it in demo mode is going to defeat the purpose.
Right.
Right. So they're not gonna see what you're doing in terms of like manipulating the text and adding the shape and all that stuff. We won't see anything.
You won't see it. You will see when I'm going to live demo.
Which will defeat the purpose. Hence why we did all of this.
I get it, which is why I said go ahead and do that.
The only thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, is like it's kind of like off-white in there. But yours looks true white, but it's coming in off-white there. And we don't have like the saturation or tint, anything like that there. So I don't know what's doing that.
Maybe is the graphic itself.
The like how the camera is coming in, so there's something that we'll have to play around with.
But we
This
don't have
is,
to use that graphic.
No, I like this I like this idea, like this grid look. That looks pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but you know, it's just like just so confused because I'm like, in order to do this, it has to be set up the exact way it is. But to do it this way, you just won't be able to see the Ecamm, right?
I think that looks great.
I think you just want this for other purposes
Yes.
other than demoing.
Exactly. That's what I kept saying all along. That's what I kept saying.
You cannot demo like that.
And we could demo after we, right?
Yeah.
And then we go and just show it that way, for example.
Right. You two are awesome. Thank you. I cannot wait to try these out.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You're gonna love it. It's just like,
Lots to
remember
experiment with. Absolutely.
finding my psych health and wellness. Remember to create your folders when you're doing all these things. Because as you saw, I got a little carried away with the circles and then I couldn't find the one that I wanted to move. So you just gotta make sure that you create those folders and then just...
Domestic disturbance. Elizabeth started watching earlier and had gazillion interruptions. Looks like replay time tonight. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun replay. Yeah, there is something going on where the comments come up so tiny. I don't wonder why.
Because we're in live demo mode?
We're not in live demo mode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean tiny?
So for example, right? Let's say before stream starts. Whoa. Let's go back here. Let's say before like a stream starts. Oh, and now I notice, like, you see, like, it's I guess it's getting dark.
Because it's getting darker.
Getting darker in here, yeah. Oh, wait, no, is that what it is? No, that's not what it was. There was a camera there. But you do Option Command K as your placeholder, and this is how it appears, right? But sometimes, I think I've been experiencing this with Beta 3. So, for example, we're good, and then Paul says, lots of tips tonight. Okay, now it's coming in as it should. So that's so weird because
that was a good tip.
We did right. We did a tech check on LinkedIn, and then before that I did Option Command K to do the placeholder. But the moment we go live, the comment appears small for some reason. So we just need to keep monitoring that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. We, just like Paul said, we covered a lot of great stuff tonight. So if you just tuned in, go ahead and do rewind. We showed you the scenes that you needed to create for your live streams, are typically the most common ones. And then we went over the screen, the green screen, and how we're doing all of that. Next time you see us, I think we will not be disturbed by black pointers.
Well, I don't think it'll get on time. In time for ENN.
Oh, it wasn't Amazon?
No. It's from Reporter Store. It's coming from the Netherlands.
From Reporter Store. Oh, wow,
They have
fancy.
it. Yeah, and then I think also we might need to adjust the lighting a little bit. Right now, this light is set to 50%. So we can definitely kick that up. That part might help because I'm noticing it's happening up here, right here also.
Well, we have another light.
Yeah, we need lighting. So, and this is when green screen can get a little testy or tedious because you need so much light, right? So we have an overhead light. I'm gonna actually change the overhead light so to make it brighter, but not too bright to like interfere with us, right? Like the garage light that can angle up, right?
That butterfly light about not to be good for me if we don't have something lit on the bottom.
Because I think the butterfly light, the panels lift up, so instead of pointing down, like this is like a standard bulb, it's just pointing right down at us.
Yeah.
That one actually we could angle it. So I'll just try it. If it doesn't work, we'll just do some other stuff.
If we want, the only thing is that we just have something down here.
Yeah,
to reflect back.
But this newer light, we're gonna add more light on this side because we need light here, and then we need to up that 50% a little bit higher there. But it was good.
Tune in this Sunday to see the improvements to the green screen saga.
We just don't notice it while we're in
yeah, because look at how dark this is right now.
We're tiny, yeah. We just don't notice it there. But
yes,
we'll fix it.
Okay, everybody, thank you for being here with us, learning all this amazing beta updates that is just like Paul said, it costs you $0 to update it, and you can still have your public the regular version of Ecamm, and it's not going to interfere. You can still do your live streams or productions if you feel more comfortable using the regular version, and then just play around with beta and do some live testing. You can go into the beta group and test the features in there, and if you find something that can make your workflow or designs a little bit better once you're playing around, submit that feature request right there in the beta group, and the twins are very active in that group and they will check it out. So yes, this has been great.
This was fun.
Good job, son.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll be back on Sunday, special Sunday night edition of Ecamm Network News at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with special guests, LBC Branding, Michelle Lawrence will be live with us here.
So Tatiana writes, my only issue when using green screen for me happens along the edges. Oh,
and I was so worried, but no, your hair was looking good. We can watch the replay. Your hair was looking pretty good. Your hair was looking pretty good.
I was looking, and I'm like, yo, my hair.
Rainy Cajun, cover the ears.
Because I see so Tatiana, that it has to be like with a lot of lighting and the distance between the green screen and you and the lighting and the green screen, right? So it's just playing around with that distance to get the hair going. Because that's the first thing when I sat down here, I was like, Fuljens.
Yeah, it can be. Green screen can be tricky for all those things, and that's why sometimes it's just best not to use green screen at all unless you have the space and the lighting to do so. But look how far this thing is from us. Like, it's really far.
I do think though that for you, Tatiana, because you do a lot of presentations, having a green screen will work beautifully and it will be cleaner because of what you saw, right? So it's just like it will be just you in the corner at the bottom, and it will just look cleaner and a little bit more engaging for your viewers having you in the back. Yeah. And for you, you don't have to do something as elaborate as this. You can get the one that
the pop-up, because it's just Tatiana by herself, right. So the pop-up will be just fine. Yeah,
because you stand up, you don't sit down, so yeah. That's an inside joke between you and Rainy Cajun.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So let's continue. Let's see what's going on. So we are over here green. Are we gonna check out green?
And just for speaking of special edition shows, there was going to be the Ecamm live demo with Doc and Dylan from the Final Cut Bro. That will be happening September 1st instead. So that'll be happening September 1st. So save the date for that. It's the super duper version of Ecamm live demo with Doc and Dylan from Final Cut Bro. Oh, which reminds me, I'm saying super duper. I was about to say like Street Fighter. Check this out. KO! It was a green screen thing I found. I was like, okay.
What does KO mean?
I don't know. So maybe when you say something to me that has a KO effect, just boom, boom.
But that has blood in there. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We want to take more of your time. Thank you for spending time with us and learning and just being awesome. Thank you for your questions and test it out. Have fun playing around.
Yes.
We will see you this Sunday. If not, we will see you next. We're going to have, because we are on vacation next week, so we're going to have a premiere Building Blocks episode. We will see you live again in after
the
that
following
week.
Monday.
Yeah,
Yes.
the following Monday after that week. So yeah, it means knockout.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know?
I asked you, what does that mean? And you said you don't know.
No, it's KO. I thought you know what knockout. It meant knockout.
Yeah,
sorry.
knockout.
Yes. Like, so in Street Fighter, when you beat the character, that's what flashes up on the screen. So like that means you knocked out the character. Hence the blood that you saw.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You know, he can easily get knocked out because I'm a brown belt.
There you go.
I'm a brown belt in karate, and you can easily get knocked out. You have gotten knocked out before?
Never.
I knocked
Verbally.
you out.
You see? This is when.
KO!
Right on time. Right on time.
Okay. So wait, what was it, Tatiana?
Has the large retractable
one.
green screen. Yes, it's awesome for class and teaching fun. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Ready? Fight! Bye. We're invited. We have some popcorn.
Exactly.
That's what we have. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Peace.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.